Meredith Local Media Group President Paul Karpowicz is one of the most respected people in the business, both inside and outside of his company. Just drop the name into a conversation and hear what happens. In the words of NAB President Gordon Smith, one is struck by Paul's inherent decency and understated integrity. Free and local broadcasting could not have a better ambassador. As head of Local Media Group since 2005, Paul has significantly increased the company's television footprint with stations that reach more than 11% of U.S. households and produce approximately 650 hours of local news and entertainment content a week. Prior to Meredith, Paul spent more than 20 years at Lynn, nearly doubling its size. You know that Paul is an exceptional leader when you consider how many boards in our business have asked him to take the helm. He's currently chairman of BMI, as well as a former chairman of the CBS Affiliates Board, the NAB Television Board, and the Television Bureau of Advertising. He has the ability to make those at both his company and in the broadcasting industry feel like one big family. He truly is a giant. Paul Karpowicz.
Hey, this is really cool. First, I'd like to thank the IRTS Board and the Library of American Broadcasting Foundation for this honor. It is really very, very special. I'd also like to congratulate the other honorees. It's truly an impressive group, and I'm very, very proud to be in such good company. I can assure you, when I was selling spots in 1979 in Providence, Rhode Island, never in my wildest dreams could I imagine I'd someday be sharing a stage with Tom Brokaw. From an early age, I knew I wanted to be in television, and I was lucky enough to grow up in a household where watching TV wasn't perceived as a bad thing. Coming from a big family, we didn't have nannies or daycare, but we did have Bugs Bunny cartoons and Roy Rogers to keep us occupied. Now that was 60 years ago. But I would argue that local television is just as important today as it was way back then. So today, as Hurricane Matthew makes landfall in Florida, I can guarantee you that local TV news operations from Miami to New York are all over that story and will continue to cover the aftermath once the storm has passed. Just as local television stations covered the tornadoes in the Midwest and the blizzards this winter, local television is always there. Now granted, there are some highly regarded newspapers doing great investigative and consumer reporting, but in most communities where newspapers are under duress, those responsibilities have been taken on by local television stations, and they have served their viewers very, very well and developed and really given them great consumer benefit. And in a political year, albeit a very unusual political year, no one can cover the down ballot races and the issues the way local television can. With debates, town hall meetings, and the ongoing coverage, local TV stations give viewers the information they need to make informed decisions on Election Day. Now, I've been very lucky over the past 35 years to have had a front row seat at the evolution of local television, working really for just two companies over that 35-year period. First with Gary Chapman at Lynn for more than 25 years, and now with Steve Lacy at Meredith. I've seen our industry change and reinvent itself, but never forgetting the underlying mission of public service. And I'm very proud to say that that mission continues at Meredith today. Local television continues to be a good business, actually a very good business, that has really stood the test of time. Something the original giants of broadcasting figured out a very long time ago was that a business model that had public service at its foundation was a business model that could last for a very long time. So thank you again for this recognition, not just for me, but for all those people working in local TV stations across America. Certainly the job is harder today than it's ever been, but it's never been more important. Thank you very much.